NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Players.
This is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Good news is, Frank, you can see the golf ball. I guess the bad news is that's kind of an uncertain lie in that mulch.
Yeah, there's nothing really good about that. You'd rather it be in the rough.
Just a pure strike and a perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now. Now a 7-footer. So with that birdie, moves to 1 under for the tournament. Nice scoring opportunity here. 532-yard par 5 second hole, Frank. Considered one of the easier holes on the golf course. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you can just cut this in half. 532 yards divided by 2. Really, it's 2 tee shots over 260 yards. For these guys, nothing more than a 3 or 4 wood. And that's why all you need off the tee is just a 3 wood with a little draw.
You disappointed if you don't make 4 here?
Not disappointed, but obviously you lose at least half a shot on the field.
Frank, that's as good as I have seen all day long.
I think we've got to blame that on the weather. That weather, the wind had to help that ball give it another 20, 30 yards.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. That's a beautiful shot, and that sets him up for a really easy putt. And getting ready for the putt. No problems early. Looks good.
Does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
So we started with a par 4, then a par 5, and now the 177-yard par 3 third hole. Plenty of hazards here, Frank.
You really break this green up into 3 portions. The front left, front right, and that back, just on top of the ridge.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another. Rich, that was some shot out of the rough. I really didn't think he could even get that on the green.
Well, just to get it on the green, as you say, I think is a big win.
Great sense of speed in that. You know you can make those, but that one right in the middle.
And we pick up action at the 4th. Couple of birdies already on the card. Still early, Frank, but we've seen some solid play.
This is exactly how you want to start the first round of the tournament, Rich.
Nice drive right in the fairway and a good swing on that one. Second shot, good look at the green. Birdie try up next. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. fifth hole, good par 4, isn't it, Frank?
If ever a hole was built for Lee Trevino, who used to love to cut it, this would be the hole. It just looks and screams for a shot that's hit left to right. And that's the only way really to avoid bunkers left and long, and that one that's all the way down the right side.
He just blasted that one down the fairway, out there about 325 yards. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. That's well played. And now a good look at birdie. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Excellent read for birdie to move to 5 under for the tournament. Another.
To play on that second shot.
Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Well, Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You've got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
One more birdie, and now tied for the lead.
Frank, 7th hole here at TPC Sawgrass. How do you break this one down?
Not overly long, 440 yards, but once again, it's a tee shot. If you're driving the ball well, that's fine. You just sort of blister it down there, but you're starting to lose one a little bit to the right. There's 3 pot bunkers there, and of course, if you're fearful of it going left, there's the canal all the way down the left side that'll get your attention.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
And to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. You've got to be kidding me. That was right on the edge.
I tell you, he wants to do over there.
So just a formality here. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, this is a hole that I really like. The 8th, 237-yard par 3, just a necklace of bunkers surrounding the green. What's the best approach?
You come out through that chute or that hallway of trees there, and this being the longest of the 4 par 3s at TPC Sawgrass, the green actually plays much smaller than what it looks because of that narrow entry.
In the thick stuff.
Thick? It's brutal out there.
This requires a lot of speed through the ball. Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that.
No mistake made there with the par.
Frank, now at the ninth, this really is one of my favorite par fives in the entire sport.
And I certainly enjoy watching people play it today, Rich. It used to be unreachable, but the longer hitters now, we're starting to see them go for this par 5 regularly in 2. And the reason why, they start to hit the drive more down the right now than what they used to. People used to try and go down the left side. The right side, it hugs the water, but you get a better view of the second shot.
Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. This has really been an airtight performance to this point, just flawless. That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Well, he'll have to get up and down from the bunker to save his par. In the greenside bunker here, Frank. Nice to go to the beach, but not too often, we hope. Sit down. Get down.
Oh, this is going.
Playing a par 5, Frank, what happened on that third shot?
Yeah, it's a poor decision. But, well, hopefully he can eradicate that from the memory banks and really knuckle down on this. Do not want to drop a shot or make 6 here.
No putter? No problem. Slams that into the cup. Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back 9, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way. Oh, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Frank, where's the difficulty on this approach here at the 10th?
It's really the shape of this green. That little front piece, you have to be right on the money there. And then, of course, that green starts to open up and then move to the right.
Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way. But a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. Good par. All right, hole number 11 here at the TPC Sawgrass, 558-yard, par 5, no shortage of options, no shortage of hazards, Frank.
If there's one hole at TPC Sawgrass where you can literally leap out of your shoes, this is it.
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle.
Well, with a good shot here, Rich. This eagle on the cards, hole very reachable from where he is.
Don't get many opportunities like this. This is a good place to take advantage. Appears to be what they call a commercial play, very solid. Big swing right there, a great result, and now a chance for a big swing in momentum with an eagle coming up. So a tester from 4 feet. Putting up some impressive numbers out here now. 9 under for the tournament. Up now, hole number 12. It's a short one, 358-yard, par 4.
This can catch you off guard. If you just try and hit the ball on the fairway, if you're on the middle of the fairway, the left side, you will have a blind second shot. So ideally, hit it down that right side of the fairway if you want to see the flag.
Now the approach to the 12th. Frank, what's the player looking at?
Well, it's a fun shot here for the second shot, especially if you've driven it down the right side, because then you can see the flag no matter where it is on the green.
Early part of this second nine, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie.
Really. This is an awkward length.
Oh, I thought he had that. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
He needs this for par. So has the par. Moving on to the next hole, and the lead, Frank, is very much intact. Hole number 13 here at Sawgrass. Tricky 181-yard par 3.
You don't have to hit directly at this flag. When that flag's at the back there, you can use the contours. When it's on the left, once again, you can use the ridge in the middle of the green. Matter of fact, one of the hardest hole locations is when it's in the front right, because that's when you have to be perfect.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are, because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing. Safely on the dance floor.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That is a painful miss right there. And a bogey. Drop shot here at the 13th. That's a bogey, but still in the lead.
We start to see shots in hand really valuable.
Now one of the most demanding holes on this golf course, the 14th, 481-yard par 4.
If you ever want a litmus test at TPC Sawgrass on who's playing well, check the tee shots on 14. If you stripe it down here, you know you're driving the ball well. Too often we see people messing with the mounds on the right.
That one came right off the meat of the bat. He really laid into that.
More than got a piece of that.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Should be safely on deck.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Wow, I thought it was going in just off the mark by a fraction. Clean this up with a tap. Did the job right there. Frank, the 15th hole certainly has the respect of the professionals.
But you're right, this is a positional hole where just keep the ball down the left center. You can't go too far, though, because you'll get blocked out or you'll run out of fairway. From there, it's really about knowing where the flag is, what position on the green, because this is another green that's not flat. If the second shot lands on the wrong portion of the green, it'll finish well away from the hole.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Just a pure strike and a perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now. Shouldn't be a problem here.
Oh, I thought they'd at least pick up a shot. Birdie looked like a sitter. Now at par.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, fans watching, they love excitement in the game. 16's an exciting hole, isn't it?
Well, that's where you get it, because you hear the roars. You start to see the big crowds that go all the way around 16, 17, and 18T. You feel where you are in the tournament, too. A movement that starts at 16 can be carried all the way to the clubhouse. Oh, talk about taking the head cover off and let it fly. That's beyond long.
Goodness, did he get all of that? Wow. Frank, he could make eagle right here with a really good approach shot.
Yeah, well within his reach, too. And, Rich, if we just sit back and relax here, I think we're going to see perhaps a very good look at eagle coming up.
Appears to be tracking well. That is classy.
No chance of going in.
Just misses. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Locked in on the read and the speed. Really hitting on all cylinders now. 9 under for the tournament. Frank, a couple different ways to watch golf as a fan. You could follow your favorite player for a number of holes, or you can park yourself in one spot. I think one of the better ones is the hill behind the 17th at TPC Sawgrass.
Yeah, and that's why the reaction of the fans is so different. If you followed that player the whole way around, you lived and died on every shot he's hit. Meanwhile, if you're stuck at a hole, you want to see some tragedy, you want to see some great shots, and consequently you get that divergence of different type of fan.
Eyeing this putt for a birdie. Now minus 10 for the round. Now one of the more difficult holes in golf. The 18th here at Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4. In 2013, this hole averaged .39 strokes above par. What makes it so challenging, Frank?
Just that big body of water that's to the left of 18 here, that's also shared to the right of 9. Not a single fairway bunker on this 18th hole. So really, lack of definition. It's so hard to find a target here. There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
Frank, really challenging second shot here at the home hole, the 18th.
You have to be decisive going in here. You can see all the trouble in front of you. Water left, that mounding on the right. Neither place really is good to go. So somehow you've got to muster up your best shot.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity.
It's no snack, though.
Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
A good effort, a good par putt. So through one round, Frank, our leader really put on a good show today.
They certainly did, Rich. It was truly a great performance, especially from tee to green. It's not easy to come out of the gates like that.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Players. We're off and running here, and let's take you down to the action at hole number 1. Getting ready to tee off, coming off a solid first round. Let's see if our featured golfer can conjure up some of that magic here in round number 2, Frank. He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Excellent opening tee shot right in the fairway. Frank, you want to get out of the gates quickly, hit the proper approach shot here at the first. What does the player need to look out for?
Well, there's two distinct levels to this green. There's that left side and then that collection area to the right side. Flag on the top, it's a very, very difficult shot because that bunker comes into play.
This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. Getting set now over the putt. Pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament. How about this second, a par 5?
Well, if you're brave, you try and flash it down that tree line down the left, but there's a couple of limbs that poke out. Every now and again, they catch an errant tee shot.
This could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Oh, my goodness. He pumped it, he thumped it, he jumped it. What a drive. This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but it is well on the cards.
Well, you can hear it right off the center of the club face. This has a chance to be close. Just an incredible shot. That is a very makeable putt after a great approach. Well played. A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. Not this time. Well, he's going for back-to-back birdies here, trying to jumpstart this round.
Some momentum moving in the right direction.
Well, how about this start? Birdie to open the round. Setting up for the third hole here at TPC Sawgrass. Relatively short par 3 at 177 yards.
But you've got to carry that ball at least 4 or 5 yards onto this green, even when it's firm.
Good looking shot right here. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
We'd love to get this one. Big putt for birdie. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Got it for par. Frank, how difficult is it to access the hole location if you miss the fairway here at 4?
Well, if you miss it left, I've got to say the lesser of two evils is to be in the bunker on the right.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Frank, the second here at the fourth is a dangerous shot.
Once again, this is another example of where you have to look at the green. Where exactly is the flag? If it's on that high portion, you've got to fly it all the way back.
On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Ooh, almost fell, just a few inches from dropping.
Sometimes the game just isn't fair.
So they'll tap in. Right in the heart. Now to the fifth. This long par 4 thought to be one of the most difficult holes on the front side here at the TPC Sawgrass.
If you've got plenty of length in the bag, you can almost take it directly over the bunker on the right. But if you're not as long, you have to air down that left side.
Not the best shot, this one in the rough, but still will have a play from there. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
This is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Pretty good shot right there. Good roll. Frank, this isn't a hole that sort of jumps out at you the way, say, 17 does.
Yeah, a lot of times people will just sort of gloss over it, but anytime you get a par 4 into 400 yards, it's a great opportunity. But once again, a positional hole. Take advantage of it.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, approach shot here at 6. Good chance to make birdie?
There is. You can almost cut this green into thirds. There's that front third, the left third, and, of course, the back third.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. What a great shot. Right next to the hole. It's about 5 feet. Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. So close.
And yet it still counts for another shot. Dwindling the holes down. Pars are fine right now.
Frank's 7th hole here at TPC Sawgrass. How do you break this one down?
Not overly long, 440 yards, but once again, it's a tee shot. If you're driving the ball well, that's fine. You just sort of blister it down there, but you're starting to lose one a little bit to the right. There's 3 pot bunkers there, and of course, if you're fearful of it going left, there's the canal all the way down the left side that'll get your attention.
Can't ask for much more here at the 7th. He has hit a good one. Now the approach to the 7th. Frank, what do you need to be mindful of here?
It's rather narrow in the front of this green, and then there's some mounds both right and left. Be very aware of those mounds. They can actually help you out.
Had a birdie here yesterday in there close. Great opportunity for another one. And getting ready for the putt. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Just a little tap in here. Good effort, good par putt. Frank, 17 here at TPC Sawgrass gets all the attention when you look at the par 3s, justifiably so. But number 8 is a daunting challenge in its own right.
It is, longest of the 4 par 3s, plus it's just littered with bunkers around the side, the back, and the front.
Not quite what he was hoping for, the tee shot in the bunker. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Great shot coming out of that bunker right there.
Showing some skills today.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Come on, you have to make that, don't you? Drop shot here at the 8th. Just a couple of feet.
In this situation, Rich, a bogey's not all that bad. Still has the lead.
Frank, what do you make of the final hole here on the front side, the 583-yard par 5 ninth?
Just depends on how much you want to risk here. If you hit a good drive down the right side, it's certainly gettable for 2. But you can make an absolute mess here at 9.
Wow, smoked that tee shot. And from the fairway for his second shot here. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. You can see why this player has been compared to a young Rory McIlroy, featured golfer making birdie and now sitting comfortably inside that cut line. Headed for the bunker. A bit unfortunate in the bunker, Frank.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what his bunker play's like.
Digs in, ready for the bunker shot.
Yeah, second shot here. Just trying to aim a little bit behind that ball, an inch or 2.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Birdie try again here today. You always like that. Count it as a birdie. Now to the 11th, par 5.
Good tee shot, and then you certainly think about hitting a hybrid or a lofted fairway wood into this green that's really narrow, one of the narrowest on the golf course. There's a little pot bunker left of this green when you go for 2 that often swallows up that second shot if it's a little bit too conservative. But there's a lake there. Seen more than one ball splash in the pond over the years.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Frank, I think that's going in the bunker.
Looks like it.
Into the thick stuff. That's a difficult lie.
Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Frank, that was a pretty tough lie out of the rough there.
Yeah, it made that actually a little easier than what it really is. It would have been too easy to try and bite off more than you can chew. So I got to give him a pat on the back for that.
Back in the fairway. You like this one, Frank?
Oh, it's a good one. Safely on.
Been pretty good all day from this distance. Just trying to take care of business. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Now to the par 4 12th, and it's a pretty short hole, Frank.
Yeah, Pete Dye often doesn't get enough credit for his short par fours, though. This is a great example where one of the features of it is the blind second shot, just to give you a little bit of doubt on judging the distance.
That one is just a little offline, and that will not end up in the fairway. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
So a tester from 4 feet. He's made it. Frank, 17 gets so much attention here at the TPC Sawgrass, but 13 par 3 is exciting in its own right.
It is, and it's actually more difficult than 17. One of the reasons it's longer, and also the green here. 17 obviously has two sections in it, front and top. This has, I don't think there's a flat piece on it. And every now and again we watch a ball roll all over this green and actually find the cup for the odd ace.
And he makes it for par. And through the years, Frank, it has gotten the best of the best, hasn't it?
We've seen Tiger Woods hit it left. We've seen Vijay Singh hit it left. We've seen so many players in the water down the left. Conversely, many a championship's been lost by hitting the ball up in the mounds on the right.
You take 4 here and run to 15?
I would sprint.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
Frank, halfway home on maybe the toughest par 4 in the golf course.
Yeah, for some reason, for such a big green, it's always hard to get that second shot close. This looks like it's going to find the target.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good looking birdie. Different day, different hole. Made bogey yesterday. He'll do better this time, it looks like. There you have it. Well done. Great. If you're just joining us, we're at the 15th hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 449-yard par 4. Frank, what's in store here?
One of the prettiest tee shots on the golf course, Rich. Once again, you're coming out of a chute of trees, big bunker down the right side. Really, you want to hug that right side, though. It gives you a better entry into this green.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
No way! He holed it, Frank.
Great pitch up.
Frank, you're one behind. Sunday afternoon, you're trying to win one of the game's great championships. Is this a spot that you love as a competitor, the 16th hole of par 5, with a chance to make a lot of noise?
It's a spot you cannot hide from, Rich, because you know exactly there. If you haven't looked at a scoreboard, you can feel it from the atmosphere. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicholas over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch.
It was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been.
Frank, it's the moment that makes it tough, isn't that right?
Yeah, you've made that walk from 16 green. It's 80 yards to the tee here. So as you walk along, and if your eyes venture to the right, you see it all in front of you. You see the crowd behind, and you realize this is the shortest par 3 on the golf course. But you also, if you think a little too hard, everything that you've seen over the years flashes through your mind.
Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Come on, don't do that.
Cruel lip out.
Clean this up with a tap. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now to the final hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4. Frank, is this one of the toughest finishing holes in the sport?
It is, because the simple reason you've played 17 holes, and the job isn't done yet.
Excellent looking shot here. A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. Frank, really challenging second shot here at the home hole, the 18th.
You have to be decisive going in here. You can see all the trouble in front of you. Water left, that mounding on the right. Neither place really is good to go. So somehow you've got to muster up your best shot.
So maybe a nice way to finish up with a good approach here to the 18th and a good chance for birdie. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday and trying for another one today. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Did the job right there. So all the scores have been posted for round number 2, and look who is on top of the leaderboard, Frank.
Yeah, with 2 very solid rounds of golf. Key right now, just stay out of your own way and keep it up. The pressure will start to build. We know that as you get closer to the end of this tournament.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Its third-round coverage of the Players. Welcome once again to TPC Sawgrass for the Players. This is Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo, set to bring you all the action. And Frank, the 17th hole is always the place to be during this great championship.
It certainly is, Rich. The energy, as we know, each and every year has just been electric at 17, and I don't expect it to be any different today.
We're off and running here, And let's take you down to the action at hole number 1. Frank, time for the 3rd round and time for a good start.
That's right. 2 rounds in the bank. And what will today have to offer? Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
Frank, you want to get out of the gates quickly. Hit the proper approach shot here at the first. What does the player need to look out for?
Well, there's 2 distinct levels to this green. There's that left side and then that collection area to the right side. Flag on the top. It's a very, very difficult shot because that bunker plump comes into play. Repetitive is often sounds boring. This is just shot after shot, and it's anything other than that. Spectacular.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Well, Frank, I thought that was in. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect. Right? It's going to hurt the course.
That's how you maintain momentum. Make those putts for par. Second hole, it's a par 5.
You'd think birdie or eagle off this tee, and we've seen a lot during the Players' Championship, but once again, you have to move that tee shot right to left, but be careful of those pines. Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. They'll pay a little bit of a price for missing the fairway here, because from that rough, you cannot control the spin on the golf ball. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up.
Rich, after you've already made one mistake in the rough, there's a chance he's going to make another.
Just trying to get it back out into the fairway and not make a big number. Well, Frank, you hate to miss the green on a par 5 with your 3rd shot.
Yeah, well, they say par 5s are the easiest holes to birdie, but the hardest holes to make 4. Making a 6, though, well, that certainly sets yourself backwards. So tough up and down. And that's a big green. Just managed to get it smack bang in the middle of it. Even par currently.
No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going. Keeps the momentum on his side.
Frank, break down the par 3 third for us.
The big ridge in the middle of this green, really you have a front section and a back section. That front bunker, the one that you first see off the tee, that really doesn't come into play. But there's a sneaky one behind the flag and down the left side. Really good par 3.
Frank, this one's headed way right.
And rough trees, all sorts of problems on that right side.
In the thick stuff.
Thick, it's brutal out there.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Putting all of his talents on display here from the rough, and he knocks it really close. Beautiful shot. He's going to beat himself up on the way to the next tee. You don't miss those putts. Just a couple of feet.
In this situation, Richard, bogey's not all that bad. Still has the lead.
Frank, how difficult is it to access the hole location if you miss the fairway here at 4?
Well, if you miss it left, I've got to say the lesser of 2 evils is to be in the bunker on the right.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
Frank, we have said it over and over. Another birdie.
Frank, how about this par 4 fifth?
I lost count the number of bunkers here, off the tee and sort of in play with the second shot if you're in trouble, or even the one that's sort of left and long. Really good par 4, though. Fairway somehow has to be achieved if you want to reduce.
Frank, I hate to go negative, but let's clear a few things up. The penalties when you hit it in the water versus hitting it out of bounds.
Yeah, some people, that's a good question, Rich, because some people think they're almost the same, but when you hit it out of bounds, you're actually losing a stroke and a distance. For example, if I'm teeing off on a par 4 and I hit it out of bounds, I'm penalised a stroke for hitting out of bounds, and I'm hitting my third shot off the tee. When I hit it into a water hazard, I don't have to lose all of that distance. I can drop the ball up just short of the water hazard. So the distance penalty isn't the same as if it was out of bounds.
So hit the previous shot in the water, took a drop, this now the third shot. Frank, here we go again. Another shot from the rough.
Yeah, let's see if he learned his lesson.
Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
So close.
And yet it still counts for another shot. When you consider the length of that putt, that's a good putt.
Settles in over the putt. Just a sloppy hole, no other way to say it, and it results in a double bogey. Frank, what do you think of the sixth? Pretty short par 4.
It is, but you come out of that sort of corridor and fairway opens up and then it narrows up, bunkers to be around. Very, very few people hit driver here. Normally you'd say that's a bad tee shot, but this is a pattern, Rich.
Frank, way offline all day long.
Yeah, this is a head scratcher, really. I've seen him play before. Normally much better than this. This is abnormal, that's for sure.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round. Frank, a par here, that's just fine. Seventh hole here at Sawgrass. Frank, a bit uncomfortable off the tee.
It is. It reminds me a little bit of the opening hole, much longer version, where when you stand on the tee and look at the green, it's a straightaway hole. But that fairway goes to the left and it comes back to the right. But they're all optical illusions.
Those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
And to generate some momentum here at the seventh hole. This for birdie. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Putting on a show, this tournament moves to 15 under par. Frank, 17 here at TPC Sawgrass gets all the attention when you look at the par threes, justifiably so. But number 8 is a daunting challenge in its own right.
It is. Longest of the 4 par 3s. Plus, it's just littered with bunkers around the side, the back, and the front.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
And he's made it onto the green now. Locked in on the read and the speed. Come on, you have to make that, don't you? Drop shot here at the 8th. Nudge this one home, finish it up. That's a bogey, but still in the lead.
We start to see shots in hand really valuable.
Frank, the 9th is really a good par 5, isn't it?
There's so many options here. Just play it away, sort of 3-wood it down there, then go to the right, then sort of wedge it on the green. But it's very tempting, especially in the right wind conditions. And that's if they're coming over your shoulder for a right-hander from right to left. Then this par 5 is very reachable.
That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be what? 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Birdie putt coming up. Had a bogey on this hole yesterday. That was a good run right there. Almost went in.
At least he's seen the line as it went past the hole. So just replicate that on the way back.
In for par. Frank, now on to the 10th at Sawgrass.
A fairly straight par 4, but that's not the way to play it. You really want to go to the right, well away from the fairway bunker that runs all the way down the left side. That turns it into a little bit of a dogleg left. Then you're going to come across that front bunker into a green that, well, is anything other than flat.
Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10th. Second shot now at the 10th, and again, Frank, accuracy is at a premium.
Yeah, gone are the days to sort of thrash it out of the trees like Phil Mickelson. Ideally, coming out of that fairway, you're hitting to a green that moves to the right, so that makes it a little bit more difficult than what the mind's eye first sees.
This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Now the time to be aggressive. Par 5, 558-yard, 11th hole, Frank. What's the key here?
Tee it high and let it fly. This is the big chance here. This is one of the widest fairways on the golf course. This is where you chance it all.
This is some drive. I'm reminded of the old Phillies baseball announcer, Harry Callis, who used to say, "That ball is out of here." Well, that is a ball striking clinic right there. Another dazzling approach shot. Pretty close. Shouldn't be a problem here. Ooh, so close.
So the Eagle goes begging.
Still has this for birdie. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? He takes care of business there.
Solid stroke.
Up to the 12th, Frank, and a good birdie chance here.
Yeah, good old links, short par 4. This green really divides itself into about 3 sections. There's a little piece to the right, piece short left, and the one at back left. So as long as you know where the flag is, just push that ball into the section where it is. You get up there, you're only going to have 10 or 15 feet left for birdie. Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Early part of this second nine, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie.
It's no snap, though.
Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect. It's going to hurt the course.
In for par. Hole number 13 here at Sawgrass. Tricky 181-yard par 3.
You don't have to hit directly at this flag. When that flag's at the back there, you can use the contours. When it's on the left, once again, you can use the ridge in the middle of the green. Matter of fact, one of the hardest hole locations is when it's in the front right, because that's when you have to be perfect.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. Frank, Tiger certainly had his adventures here at 14.
Well, we'll never forget that. Spun it left. In the end, was very, very lucky to get away with 6. Had it been 7, Garcia might have just caught him at the post. But he will, and we will, never forget 14.
They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Frank, challenging approach shot here at the 14th.
Yeah, there's some subtle mounds in this green. One that comes in on the right, and then another one that starts to come in about 2/3 of the way down on that left side.
Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good. Line looked good. Just did not take that final break.
Just a couple of feet. That's how you keep a round going. Make them from that distance. Now to the 15th. And Frank, I know this is a hole that you really like.
Yeah, it gets no respect in my book, which I think is a shame. Just a nice dogleg to the right. And really 2 good shots and a 3 here, which is actually a rarity. It sets you up for those closing 3 holes. Too often people just take 15 lightly. And 15 has just a gentle nibble that turns into a bite.
Wow, Frank, look at that one run out. Just blistered that tee shot.
Well, that has to be 325 if it's an inch.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I'd say.
Well, that's how you play the game. Right there. Birdie try again here today. Can't wait to write those on the card. 1 below par. Chalk it up. It's a birdie. And if you're a couple of shots behind on Sunday, that final round, you're thinking about 3, and that's possible, isn't it?
Well, history's shown it has, Rich. Rich, there's such a big advantage. You tee it up on a peg there. It should be an easy shot. But remember, this is the most powerful club in the bag. This is the one that you have to nail out of the middle of club face.
Demonstrating there and really all day that he is one of the best drivers of the golf ball in the sport. Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
He's made it. Now the start of the gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18. Par 5, 16. Frank, Tiger made birdie here all 4 days in winning in 2013.
Fred Couples made that fantastic eagle many years ago. Hole bends a little to the player's left. You don't have to hit driver here if you're a long hitter, but you really must move that ball right to left.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Now to the 18th hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4, Frank, and another example of visual intimidation from the designer, Pete Dye.
Those wooden bulkheads that go all the way down the left side of 18 give you like an optical illusion, Rich. And there's not a single fairway bunker on the right to give you something specifically to aim at. So you've got to fixate on one of those trees. This is not a hole where you want to be looking at anything other than a specific target.
Now he just needs one final good swing here, the approach shot to the last.
That green's starting to look a little smaller than what it did earlier in the day.
That will be a great look at birdie. These putts keep the round together. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. There you have it. Round 3 is finished, and it was a good one, Frank.
Yeah, after 3 rounds in, you really could start to see who could take home the trophy when it's all said and done. Great play, though, up until this point. Round 4 should be an absolute thriller.